I started doing the live stream yesterday, and the fire alarm went off and like destroyed any chances I had of having a decent live stream. And it stayed on for 3 hours after that. I couldn't even come back on. But yesterday I was talking about how someone's husband donated $500 to me about a month ago, and how uncommon people think that is when actually that happens frequently. So it's like very difficult to like pinpoint one experience where, you know, I was supposed to look at a donation that high sideways. But initially when he gave it to me, this specific guy, when he gave it to me, I was thinking to myself, like, dude, did you mean to give me $50? Because I can send it back to you. Right. And he was like, no, I meant to give you $500. And anyway, his wife ended up hitting me up like yesterday, basically asking me what my relationship was with her husband. And initially when she hit me up, of course, I'm like a very kind, very compassionate person. I was like, well, I mean, if it's any consolation, I've been celibate for 8 years. I'm not interested in anything romantic or anything like that. And I don't really know your husband outside of the one conversation we had when he sent the donation, which was like 30 days ago. And he basically talked about you the whole time. And he told me that the donation was from both of y'all, and that he, if I needed anything, to contact you, and he gave me your phone number. Right. And so, once I answered that, the way that she responded was still condescending after that. It seems like he, basically, she said he wasn't giving her the answers she wanted. And that's why she came to me. And my thing was, well, when he told you that it was just a donation, you didn't believe him. So you decided to come to me and ask me, was I sleeping with your husband? Because he gave $500 to me, which is something that you wouldn't have done, basically. And you think because he did it, that means he must have been like romantically connected to me. And so when I got on social media and I started talking about it, women were coming in my comments saying, oh, he was playing games with you. Oh, he was trying to play you and he wanted to kick it with you. And I'm like, no, he didn't flirt with me. He didn't hit anything. He didn't any of that. Any of the negative things that women experience when they're dealing with men who are playing games was not this man. He let me know he was married. He let me know he had been married for 18 years. He was on the phone with me while he had his newborn, and I could hear his newborn. He was talking about, you know, how much he loved his wife, where they met. And a lot of people are like, well, why were you listening to him? But what I think a lot of people don't understand is that when people contact me, they often feel extremely comfortable with opening up to me. I'm one of those type of people. So when anyone gets on the phone with me, they just start talking because I'm a very good listener. Okay, so everybody does that with me. It's not just him. Everybody does that. Male, female, everybody does that. They get on the phone and they just start talking. And I listen. And so a lot of people think, well, he must have been up to something if he was sitting there talking to you about his wife and all of these malicious things that a lot of women think men are up to when they, find out that a man is actually interacting with another woman. Like, you guys think that there's something beyond it, beyond platonic. Of course, I ask for donations every day. I ask for, the donation goal is $200 a day. And the reason why I ask is because I have to take care of our hotel room that me and my son are staying in. It's very difficult for me to take care of us while I have to work on so many different things that's associated with him. And I can only get on social media maybe an hour or two a day. And I can answer comments throughout the day. But for the most part, I can't do as much content as I used to. I had to quit everything because it's overwhelming with my son. I have IEP meetings. I have meetings with the neurologist, pediatrician. Sometimes my son is sick, and I try to post as much content about he and I without invading too much of our privacy. I already got like 22-part series up called Life on the Spectrum, where I show everyone what I'm dealing with as far as my son goes. And I ask for donations because I really need help financially. And a lot of times there are some people people who say something negative, but there are people out here who are extremely supportive of my situation, and that's what I need. I don't need all of the negativity that's coming in my comment section, especially from women who have children, and especially from women who have family, and you have a husband, and you have, you know what I mean? You know what it takes to take care of a child. So you can imagine, if you are a married woman, what it's like to take care of a child alone, or take care of a child that may be special needs if you yourself are an autistic mom. So a lot of insensitivity that comes into my comment section surprises me sometimes, especially if you have a neurodivergent child. Like, one of the things I was talking about earlier on my page today was, I don't like when people ask me where his father is. That's how I can. Let me just say this. The fact that some of the comments that I see in my comment section, it shows me who's really my supporter, who not. Like, I can see, like, my question is, if you don't support me, why are you following me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes some of the comments that I see, you reveal who you are as a person. It lets me know that you are not my supporter. So it doesn't make any sense why you're following me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I think of a follower, let me tell you what kind of supportive person I want. When I think of a follower or somebody who's watching my content all of the time, I think about people who actually want to clap for me, actually rooting for me. People who are actually like, oh my God, I like her story. I like who she is. I like what she stands for. And I really want to see her be better as a person, because I noticed who she was. Even if you are a new person, because a lot of people just new to my content. My day ones, y'all know I am. Y'all know how I rock. I see y'all in my comment section all the time. Y'all got something amazing to say. But people that are new here, a lot of y'all don't know who I am. And a lot of y'all say certain things that lets me know that you would never be a supporter anyway. So it's weird that you're even commenting on my stuff. And then there's new people that come in and they automatically are like compassionate and fun and full of energy. And I love those people who engage, people who thumbs up, not people who are coming to my comment section to find somewhere to be messy at. And let me just tell you, from the beginning, I can tell the difference between people who are here to support me versus people who are trying to be messy. Now, let me just say that there was a neurodivergent mom, a woman who had an autism mom, who's an autism mom. Hey, Mark. She came in my comment section and she said she was raising a child who was autistic. And the first thing that she said to me was, where's his father? And I keep trying to explain to people, that is not an appropriate question for you to be asking any woman, let alone a woman who is taking care of a special needs child. Because I promise you, if my son's father was as decent of a man as he depicted himself to be when he and I was together and engaged and living together and making plans and shit, you would not have to ask me something like that. Then somebody came in my comment section and they said, well, stop telling people that you're raising your son alone, and then people will stop asking you that. No, you need to learn to have a level of self-control. See, I can control how I move, right? I'm the type of person that, I can freely be myself and feel comfortable with who I am in my skin. But that does not mean, because I'm sharing the fact that I am raising a neurodivergent child alone, that I suddenly become your punching bag and you could just come at me with a whole bunch of inappropriate questions. And whether or not other mothers that feel comfortable with you asking them about their absent parent, whether you know that or not, because a lot of us don't say anything. I have said on this platform so many different times that it makes me uncomfortable when y'all ask me where my son's father is, because if he was present, I would say that. And if you've been a long-time supporter of mine, you're probably not going to ask me that anyway. So if you're new to the space, you're new to me as a person, you're new to, what's happening with me, please understand that I am going to spread awareness about my situation. And one of the things that I'm telling y'all not to do when you meet women who are single mothers, especially if they're raising special needs kids, stop asking them about the child's father. Because if the child's father was present, 9 times out of 10, most of these women wouldn't have the struggles that we have. And then on top of all of the questions that I get that I don't mind asking, a lot of people come into my comment section. Matter of fact, let me not even say a lot, because that is just me over exaggerating like a motherfucker. Maybe 2 or 3 people have come in my comment section calling my son the married man's baby, because they heard rumors and shit. You lack sensitivity, you lack compassion. It's like, are you crazy? Why would you, if you see me getting on social media and I'm talking about my son having special needs, and you come in my comment section saying that my son should not get support and help because he's a married man's child, what the fuck? Like some, I swear to God, y'all are like no home training or manners, no morals, no compassion for anybody else but yourself. It's like, first of all, stop listening to the rumors that people share when they want to be entertained.